Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I have this story to share with you here out of Florida. I'm sorry, out of Ohio. The last one was out of Florida. So it says, police say an Ohio man with a history of mental illness, of course they they have to start these, he's white when they started off with a defense, okay? He is accused of kidnapping a female neighbor this week and holding her in a shallow pit beneath his backyard shed. According to the police in Blanchester, Ohio, 45-year-old Denise Dunn allegedly abducted the neighbor sometime before 1:30 a.m. Wednesday when her mother reported her missing from her home. The woman is discovered hours later after her mother called the police again to say she heard crying from a neighbor's shed. In a news release, Blanchester police said the woman was found in a pit dug into the earthen floor of the shed. The pit was about 5.5 feet deep and 2 feet wide and had been apparently covered by wood and a heavy object, police said in the release. The woman was removed and hospitalized, though she showed no physical trauma, according to the police. She was later released, according to actual reports. Dunn was taken into custody about 7 a.m. Wednesday and charged with kidnapping. Records show he remained in the county jail, and police said he would appear the first time in court on Thursday morning. It is unclear as if asked if he has an attorney. Well, they already gave him a defense at the beginning, so they did part of the attorney's job. Dunn arrest caps off a series of sometimes violent interactions with both police and the neighbors he allegedly abducted, whom he is known for some time, according to authorities. In October, the woman reported harassing phone calls and text messages from Dunn, but declined to participate in any prosecution. Dunn also called police 5 times over 2 days in early April, claiming he could hear voices and that people had broken into or were attempting to break into his home where he lives alone, but officers found no one else inside. Dunn was involuntarily admitted to the local hospital for psychiatric evaluation following one such call when police returned to his home because neighbors said he was in the yard with a gun. I swear, when I tell you guys, okay, the people that have guns are crazy white people. They all have psychiatric issues. They're all psychopaths. This is not like this is insanity. So I want to tell you guys why I'm doing this, because this kind of ties in with the missing 64,000 black women, because I'm telling you, these are the people that have them. Okay, so they did not run away. We have psychopathic people like this who steals people, kidnaps them, and puts them in pits in the ground, in sheds for them to torture later. So Dunn was involuntarily admitted to the local hospital for a psychiatric evaluation following one such call when police returned to his home because neighbors said he was in the yard with a gun. He was subsequently disarmed without injury. Oh, look, they can disarm people without injury. That's funny, because I thought they had to kill everybody. But when you're white, the police don't have to kill you when you have a gun. How funny how that works. However, he was released from the hospital within 24 hours. Chef Blast State Mental Health Care. I don't know if this is the same. Oh, okay. In an unusual public step for law enforcement, the Blanchester police chief tied Dunn's alleged actions to what he called failure of Ohio mental health care system. Never is it their responsibility. Nothing that they do is their fault. It's not their responsibility. Let's blame it on the hospitals. Let's blame it on the gun owners. Let's blame it on the pharmaceutical companies. But never should a white person take responsibility for their own actions. They just can't do that. They don't even expect it of each other. We will give you a defense for kidnapping this woman and putting her under your floor. We'll just give you we'll just say that you had a mental issue, and it's the health department's issue, is their problem. Over the past several decades, the state of Ohio has closed most of its inpatient mental health facilities. That's around the entire America. So does that mean we can just go kidnapping people and putting them under our floors? Because that's a little bit sick and a little bit psychotic to steal someone and put them under your floor. But I guess when you're white, stealing people is in your blood, so it's just okay. Anyways, leaving few beds available for individuals who need inpatient care. Rainbow said, unfortunately, I'm convinced that doing so has left individuals like Mr. Dunn without the care and treatment that he needs and deserves. I can't, okay, because we're reading the same story. Okay, let me see if this, let's play this video and see, maybe it'll make more sense and we won't have, because seriously, we are talking about someone that just stole another human being, dug a shallow grave, a pit, in a shed, and put this person under there. But he's the victim. This whole time, this dude is the victim. Like, seriously? Wow. That is just...
Yeah, Colin, police continue their investigation here. They've been going in and out of Dennis Dunn's home here along Central and Blanchester, focusing special attention on the shed in the backyard. That's where this 30-year-old woman was found around 4 o'clock this morning. Her mother, who lives next door, had reported her missing, concerned about her, kind of checking in the neighborhood, heard noises coming from the shed, and police were called out. They opened up the shed and found her actually under the floor of the shed in a pit, as it was described to us by police, a pit under the floor of the shed. The floorboards have been put back, some heavy objects put on top of them. She was taken to the hospital, and police surrounded Dennis Dunn's house here for several hours, waiting for a warrant to go in after him. He apparently came out around 8 a.m., apparently unaware the police were out there. He was taken into custody, and he is now taken to the Clinton County Jail. Police tell us he has a history of mental health issues. They've just had some incidents with him within the past month or so. But the victim at the hospital, the suspect in custody, and police trying to unravel exactly what happened here this morning on Central Avenue in Blanchester that led to a woman being taken captive, put in a pit underneath a backyard shed here. Reporting live, Andrew Setters, WLWT News 5.
Like I tell you, if they're not savagely and brutally attacking Black people, if they can't kill and torture, if there's no Black people around, then they'll just do it to each other.
All right, Craig, Steve, thanks so much. Pulled from a well, kidnapped, and kept in this shed. A woman is lucky to be home tonight while her accused kidnapper is in jail. And tonight we are wondering what happened at the house next door. Evan Millward is hearing from those who know the woman's family.
What has shocked those who know her family the most is hearing Jennifer Elliott's mother is the one who first heard her screaming inside a dirt well just 2 foot by 2 foot and 40 inches deep.
Sweetest people you'd ever want to know.
Elliot was inside this shed on Central Avenue for at least 4 hours, trapped under wood and anything heavy police say Dennis Dunn could find.
I get chills thinking about it.
I mean, as a mom.
Right.
Look at these
I mean, I've got 3 kids.
inbred hillbillies.
Imagine.
People like Lisa Crawford, who know her family.
This is just doing the most. These are some inbred hillbillies. Okay, so more white on white crime. I can literally bring you stuff like this 24 hours a day, one after another, because there's always some degeneracy going on in the community. If it's not directed towards Black people, then they'll direct it towards animals. If there's no animals, then they'll do it to each other. Okay, you see that this savage, disgusting demon decided that he would go steal a woman, but just hits his neighbor, whatever, put her in a freaking hole and bury her. So she's buried in a well because why? Because he wanted to. There was no reason. Okay, they knew he had a gun in his home, but they still just sat there idly by waiting. They said they sit there and waited hours to get a warrant. You don't have to get a warrant if someone is in immediate danger. Okay, if they have a reason to believe that someone is in danger and something's going to happen right now, they do not need a warrant. Okay, you just found a woman buried in his shed, but now you need to wait, and we'll just sit here and wait and see what he does. This is disgusting. This right here, and when I tell you guys, this right here is the picture of evil, of degeneracy, right there. Okay, when you feel, and he can. I can't even say he can do whatever he wants to, because the police just said yes he can. They wrote an excuse for him. They said, oh well, he's just mentally ill and he's not getting the treatment that he deserves. He's not getting the treatment that he deserves, because he deserves to be dragged outside by his hair and shot in the head with a shotgun and buried. Just bury him right there. That's what he deserves. So no, he's not getting the treatment that he deserves. This is disgusting. It's degeneracy. And I tell you, white supremacy is terrorism. I will show you in so many different ways. The entitlement alone in white supremacy is dangerous. And it's dangerous for everybody. Okay? Not just Black people, not just Mexicans or Asians. White supremacy is dangerous for everyone, including white people. Because when you have a group of people that feels like they're entitled to have whatever they want, whenever they want, this is what you're going to have. You're going to have violence, you're going to have degeneracy, you're going to have pedophilia and rape, and you're going to have that because that's what they feel like doing, okay? Kidnapping another person and burying them in your ground to save for later is in their genetic makeup. So they're going to do that because they can. They want the person. He said, you know, I've called her. I've tried to get her to come over. She's deciding that she doesn't want to do that. Well, that doesn't fit in with me getting what I want. That doesn't fit in with my white supremacy and my entitlement. So I'm going to go steal her. You tell me it's not genetics. Anyways, I'm over it already. So on to the next. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know if his mental illness should be an excuse and a pass to do what he did. He stole this lady and buried her sitting up in a well underground in this shed. So what should happen to him? And if this isn't white supremacist terrorism, Please tell me what is. Because it is. And I know, but some people think, well, what does it have to do with race? Because when you are a race that feels entitled, you do whatever you just do whatever. There's no limits. You run amok. And that's what's happening here. And that's what's going to continue to happen until we end white supremacy and end the terrorism that is white supremacy. It needs to end. Thank you guys for watching this. Please like, comments, share, and yeah, share the video, please. Thank you.